To see the entire 60-minute video, go to Yahoo Video and search Robert Morey on their homepage. These links will also get you there. www.putfile.com/lieutenantcolumbo/media or staugustinian.blogspot.com and look for important Dr. Robert A. Morey links.
The use of human sacrifices, which some of you probably saw Winfrey Ofer show.
In these next clips, try to tell who or what Morey is talking about.
The serial killer such as John Bendy can get away with it. Here was a man who was a good-looking man who seemed to be polite, talked to women, and before you know it, he was sawing them and disposing of body parts across the country.
Muhammad was an example of someone like James Manson, elected by grace. Now, Mr. Swigert says that's all wrong. Who had the chariot? Who had the horses? Who had the well-equipped infantrymen, soldiers?
There are legions of examples such as those exhibited in the previous clips throughout Morey's REF tapes. Mispronounced names and words are commonplace. The correct answers here are Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, Jimmy Swaggart, and the word infantry.
I had swung up to the third thing, and I was struggling with this. I had one hand wrapped around that part of the scaffolding, and the other hand I was trying to pull this huge diesel truck fender. I mean, those things are heavy. And I lost my grip. Knowing I was going to land on my head, I really envisioned myself as a splat down there. And really, my brains, they would have had to get a dustpan to get them, scoop them up, and take them out. All of a sudden, I felt a pressure on my back, and I was pushed back up perpendicular to the scaffolding. And I know it was my guardian angel or angels that said, God's orders is we're to take care of Morey. We're going to use him later. And they pushed me back to the scaffolding. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden I hear a voice, and it wasn't, I know it was the Lord or an angel saying, get across the street and run as fast as you can. And I immediately obeyed, got across the street, and I ran up the other side. And as I ran, out from an entrance came a gang of young men saying, hey, baby, come back, baby. We were waiting for you, honey. Come back. Whoa. If I would have continued to walk, they were waiting just around the corner.
All right, Dan, question number 2.
Yeah, Dr. Morey, just a personal comment. A little criticism, if you grant me the liberty. A little bit more love, perhaps, with the last caller, the distinguished gentleman. All the knowledge in the world won't do us anything if we don't have love with it. And I don't know if there's anything for you there, but...
All right, Dan, thanks for your call today. Any comment, Doctor?
Yeah, you've got to remember, different people from different parts of the country have different personalities. I'm a New Yorker. I'm from New York City.
Here, Morey blames his rudeness and perceived lack of love on being from New York City. But what if the caller were actually correct? This is from KFAX Radio 5893.
It's not a very loving concept from Islam. It's not a loving concept at all.
Where Muhammad put the sword into the hands of his followers, he came to build the empire on earth.
But you seem to go against the grain of from what I've heard.
Yeah, I'll make it very, very simple. When I was a student at Westminster, you must understand that God gifted me to be a profound reader. I mean, I'm talking 20 books an hour, 25 books an hour, where I literally would go and find such things.
Robert Morey who has claimed in his ministry mailings that he held a degree from Faith Theological Seminary, Gujranwala, Pakistan, has had this supposed degree revoked by the same institute. The certificate of cancellation is seen here, and the school can be contacted for more information. Morey claims in newsletters that he has mailed out by the thousands nationwide during different years that the Wessel brothers of Texas had embezzled and stolen large sums of money from his ministry, and therefore he needs supporters to send him as much money as they can to make up for this. Morey has consistently made these claims about the Wessels brothers, who he, in more recent years, refers to as the Russell brothers of Texas. These claims have been made by national mailings, word of mouth, fax, in his church, at national conferences, and even on his national radio show over many years. Documentation and witness testimonies indicate Morey has claimed the Wessels have stolen anywhere from $30,000 to as much as $150,000. Instead of turning the Wessels over to law enforcement officials for criminal prosecution, Morey has chosen to seek those who will believe his Wessels-Russell brothers of Texas story in order to secure sympathy and financial support. If Morey's claims about the Wessels and or Russell brothers are untrue, then Morey is telling false stories in order to obtain money from the public. If you or someone you know has heard this story, or more importantly, if you have actually given money to Robert Morey as a result of this story, please contact us right away. Please contact Larry Wessels, Post Office Box 144441, Austin, Texas 78714, or call 512-218-8022 and leave a message. And now for a final word from Truth Seeker Robert Morey.
David, welcome to Truth Seekers.
Hello, Dr. Morey. How are you?
I'm doing fine, having more fun than is legal.